detail, attention!
On a somber evening in May, law enforcement officers from throughout St. Charles County gathered at Bowie Funeral Home to pay their respects to officers who have been killed in the line of duty. This was the Peace Officers Memorial Service, and it was dedicated to all of the men and women who put their lives on the line to keep our communities safe. Representatives from dozens of police departments were in attendance, posting the colors, recognizing the fallen, and bearing witness to the sacrifices their brothers and sisters in blue have sometimes had to make on behalf of the communities they serve.
Over many years, I've had the privilege of serving beside numerous great men and women that call themselves peace officers. But I've come to realize that they are so much more. Their fathers and mothers, sons and daughters, their brothers and sisters, their friends and mentors. Those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, those whom we remember and honor this evening, are so much more than the heroic acts that are called to mind at the mention of their name. You know that your loved ones were brave, but you also know that sometimes they were scared. The law enforcement officers feel that fear in their stomachs, but you know the difference between them and most folks. They do it anyway, and they do it willingly. What makes their bravery so extraordinary is that they know what they are in for. They're men and women who spend weeks in an academy learning how dangerous this work is, and then raise their hands and take the job anyway. It is the way these brave men and women live their lives that's the best testament of their real worth.
Now in its 25th year, the Peace Officers Memorial Service is an important expression of support for our fallen officers. But it's also a show of support for the families they leave behind.
I became a widow that day, a Wednesday, September 10th, 2008. I was 36 with a 6-year-old boy, a 4-year-old daughter, 6 weeks pregnant, and my husband was dead. That day grew into night, which blurred into the next several days of sleepless nights, laying in bed looking at the empty space next to me. A few days later, as I stood by my deceased husband lying in a casket, police officers from all over, family, friends, people who Grant had arrested or come in contact with on calls, members of the community, and perfect strangers waited in line for hours to share with me their respect and condolences. Among those were 2 people from Missouri Concerns of Police Survivors, who had been in my very shoes just years earlier. I can still see their faces and remember them saying, "You will get through this. We will help you."
O'Fallon has thankfully never had an officer be killed in the line of duty. However, 2 officers have passed away while serving as active law enforcement officers. Our presence honors O'Fallon officers Frederick D. Spees and Douglas Dunham, as well as every officer in St. Charles County who has died while serving. And attending this event is an honor our officers hold dear to their hearts.
Tonight, we honor all of the officers that have been killed in the line of duty. But in addition to that, and what I think is even more important than honoring our fallen officers, is to have this opportunity to bring the families in, to show the families that we really haven't forgotten. And this night allows us to do that. It's an important night to us as police officers, but it's also very important to those families that have lost some of their loved ones in this line of work. And we take this very seriously, and we do it every year. So we never, ever forget.
During the event, a roll call was held listing the names of all those who have died while serving.
I, Lamb, 1930. Reuben Abington, 1978.
Following the roll call was a candlelit vigil and a rededication to duty for all officers present.
Are you resolved to protect the innocent, the weak, the peaceful, all respecting of constitutional rights?
I am.
Are you resolved to keep your
A
private
10
life
Department honor
unsullied?
guard performed a rifle salute. And a bagpiper played as the ceremony came to a close. The Peace Officers Memorial is an event we're proud to support, and you can expect O'Fallon's officers to attend every year, paying tribute to the fellow officers and friends who have paid the ultimate sacrifice.